Listen, it's a video game movie, so we automatically have to set our standards really, 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 really low. Tomb Raiders, directed by Roar Uthaug. It stars Alicia Vikander, Dominic West, Daniel Wu, Walton Goggins, and Kristen Scott Thomas. Lara Croft is back and she's new and improved. She's not the busty gunslinging woman that we know from the old video games. This is a remake of the 2013 video games. She sets out on an adventure to find her long-lost father, who has been presumed dead for years. After finding some clues, she stumbles upon an island where she thinks he might be there, only to find a secret organization hell-bent on destroying the world, and it's up to her wit, tactics, and survival skills to make it out of that island alive and save the world. You know, at first I thought, hey, this plot is not so crazy, and then I say this stuff out loud. Man. So of course, let's start with the good stuff in this movie, and one is Alicia Vikander, who is sensational in this movie. This girl's fantastic, has so much charisma, just oozes out of the movie like a 3D movie. If there's one thing we can appreciate out of this movie, it's the fact that we got her as the action heroine, because she is perfect as Lara Croft. One thing that I will say, it's a pro, not a full-on pro, and I'll explain why later, is the use of the action. Now, the action here is more survival heavy. It's not as over the top as the Angelina Jolie movies were. When we see Lara get hurt, she really gets hurt, and we see her screaming out in pain. We see the bruises, we see the scars, and we see the action done in a more realistic take than your previous Tomb Raider movies that we recognized. The supporting cast is alright. Dominic West is always pretty reliable. I'm really happy that he's not just playing a skis-ball, a traitor, a double crosser, or a bad guy this time around in a movie. He actually comes off genuine and has genuine charisma with Vikander, so he's spot on. He's a bright spot in this movie. Kristen Scott Thomas, she's disposable. And Walton Goggins, I'm surprised that he didn't bring a little bit more charisma to this movie. He brought more dread to the character. He's the villain in this film, and he's been stuck in this island for years, so I know the direction that he's going with this character. Dead inside, and he just wants to make it home. He's just done. He just wants what he wants, and he wants to leave. So there is a tense, dead serious performance coming out of him, and we kind of wish we had that Walton Goggins charisma, you know, that Walton Goggins flair that we get so much, that I love that guy. Now let's go into the nitty-gritty. To be honest, this movie does really nothing special. The only reason we admire the use of the action and how Lara gets hurt is simply because they're using the 2013 reboot video game as a blueprint. So technically, they're not doing anything special, anything new. They're just following along what the video games have been doing. So do they capture the scope of the video game well? Yeah, but are they doing anything special on a film level? No. You could literally just watch the video game cutscenes on YouTube and you get just basically the same experience. The dialogue, it's laughably bad. It's just laughably bad. I feel bad for these actors to have to say these things out loud with confidence. I know that they get paid the big bucks, but damn, you know, this stuff is sometimes hard to swallow. The plot is basically a mediocre 90s adventure film, like a wannabe Indiana Jones. I feel like I've seen this kind of plot done hundreds and hundreds of times throughout the movies. Archaeologists, some good, some bad, they find something, you know, they believe in a higher calling of it, the supernatural of it, some don't believe it, and then it's up to you in the third act on how it goes. I mean, it's just like many other Raiders of the Lost Ark wannabes. That's basically what this is, but with Lara Croft. They try to do a real origin story for Lara Croft. She doesn't want to accept her billions because her dad's been missing, but she doesn't want to accept that he's dead. And they try to show where her versatility and her strength and her skills come from. You see her from training in MMA, and then you see her as a bike messenger? Delivery person? Yeah. Thank God for them that they had Vikander to sell the stuff, because she's actually pretty believable. She tries to sell it to you, and she gives you like a little wink on the screen, letting you know like, hey, we're all in on the fun. But all in all, there's really nothing special in this movie. And yes, by video game film standards, this is a cut above. But I have to say, this is not anything better than, say, Assassin's Creed or Warcraft by any leaps and bounds, other than that we have a very charismatic lead character. And those other movies pretty much do not even have have that. So that's a plus. It's kind of sad that right now the best video game movie is Jumanji, and that's not even really a video game. But all in all, this is your typical mediocre action flick based on a video game. It's elevated by a top leading actress, and the action scenes are a little bit better than they have any right to be. But other than that, that's just the word of the day with this movie: mediocre. It's just me. It's just. You go to the theater, you go, huh? Tomb Raider, meh. You walk out of it going, meh. Yeah. I'm going to have to give Tomb Raider 2 out of 5 stars. Well, once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see here, click like at the bottom. Go to our SoundCloud page for our more extensive reviews. This is Ray from LiveWire. And once again, thanks for watching.